Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making s'mores whoopie pies. They're actually pretty easy and super fun to make. So first what you'll be needing is a small bowl. Take a small bowl. So step one, you'll be needing salt. I recommend using the brand kosher salt. I finally got it. You'll be needing cinnamon. I recommend using the pre-powdered cinnamon because it is really hard to grate cinnamon. You'll be needing baking soda. You'll be needing self-rising flour. You'll also be needing wheat flour and brown sugar. Brown sugar, you can use normal sugar, but I recommend using brown sugar because it just improves the taste a bit. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure out my ingredients and put them into the bowl. So I put in 1/4 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of wheat flour, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, which is optional, or normal sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and about a pinch of salt, which is about the same amount of cinnamon. So here I'm going to go ahead and mix it up with a fork. Just mix the dry ingredients up in a smaller bowl, and then mix everything together in a larger bowl at the end. So here I have most of my dry ingredients, and they're combined pretty well. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do the next step. So now I'm gonna add 1/2 of a cup of yogurt. The yogurt I'm using is whole milk. This is what the recipe I'm using says to use, 1/2 cup of whole milk yogurt. I don't know what will happen if you use other yogurts. Maybe something else will happen. That's why I'm recommending just to use this, because I don't know what will happen if you use other things. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the recipe. So I recommend using whole milk yogurt only. Next, I need to add in 1 large egg. Here's my egg. And I'll crack it in. There you go. And then I will need a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, which is just about one or two drops of this. There you go. And then I want to go ahead and then add in my oil, which would be about, then you need to use 1/4 of a cup of oil. And now the recipe says to whisk all of these ingredients on high. You will need your dry mixture that we set to the side, and go ahead and just add it in. Use a rubber spatula to mix it, and make sure to do it very gentle. Fold it very gently. As you can see, the dough is starting to form. And then you just want to gently mix it until all your liquids and solids are mixed completely together. And yeah, it's a very simple process actually. The next step is just really easy. Just take your dough. Well, it's not dough yet. Take this and then put it in some plastic wrap, and then put it into the fridge for about 30 minutes or more if it needs more time. And then after that, I will continue. Now I have my batter ready to put into the fridge. And now I'm gonna go ahead and make the fillings. Now we're gonna go ahead and make the chocolate ganache. So for this, you'll be needing 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, about this much. I'm gonna add them. Now add about 1/4 cup of your chocolate chips and now use 1/6 cup of heavy cream and mix it up with your chocolate chips. I'm gonna go ahead and add it in slowly, add a little bit at a time. It's very hard to mix at first. If you do need to, you can go ahead and pop it in the microwave for more time. I actually had to put it in for 2 minutes, not 30 seconds. It actually does take a lot of time for the chocolate to melt. And yeah. See, as you can see, the ganache is melting now that I'm mixing it. Go ahead and use a spatula for mixing your ganache. And just go ahead and mix that until the mixture is not too chunky. Chunks, and it is kind of weird when you have chocolate chunks in the smooth ganache. So it's supposed to be like a really smooth cream. And yeah. I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of my heavy cream. I'm going to slowly mix it in. You may need more heavy cream, so you can add more heavy cream if you'd like to. I recommend taking this and setting it in the freezer to chill. Just to chill, because sometimes it does get really liquidy, as you can see. So you just want to do it until it's not too dark, but a light brown. That looks like the color it should be. Something like this. And I just want to mix that up. And that looks super good and creamy. Now this will be really liquidy if we're going to put it between something. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and place it in the fridge to solidify. Now I'm going to make powdered sugar. You may have thought powdered sugar is not very common to find in the stores, but this is a really easy recipe. It's a simple hack to make your own powdered sugar. Go ahead and take 1/2 of a cup of sugar, put it into a food processor or blender, and go ahead and blend it on high until it is powdered sugar. And as you can see, it is completely powdered. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take half a stick of unsalted butter. You want to make sure you're using unsalted butter, or else your marshmallow cream is going to come out go ahead and take your butter and go ahead and melt it. So take half a stick of butter and go ahead and pour it into your bowl. I recommend melting it. It makes it so much easier. Then take your powdered sugar and go ahead and put that in as well. Get everything out. Then take a little bit of vanilla extract and put it in. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take a little bit and place it in. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in a little bit of marshmallow cream. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and place in a few spoons of that in. That looks so good. You're supposed to use 1/4 of a cup of marshmallow cream, but it's really hard to put in the measuring thing and take it all out. So I'm just using about how much I think is correct. Keep it aside. Now go ahead and take your electric mixer and go ahead and mix everything together. Now go ahead get your baking tray ready with a lot of your self-rising flour, just so it does not completely form into dough, so you have to put a lot until it is completely formed. It seems like it is the same as the beginning, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dump it into everything. Oh wow, it's liquid. This is the same thing that happened when I tried the recipe the first time, and I had to use a lot of it just to get this to the perfect texture. See, it's still liquid, so you have to use a lot of that. You're gonna get messy, definitely. You're gonna get messy if you do this, so if you do not like getting messy, I recommend wearing a pair of gloves for this. Make sure to sprinkle some flour onto your hands before you do this, just so it doesn't stick to your hands. So I'll be back after kneading. I'm kneading the dough. It looks ready. You just need to add a lot of it. Just keep on adding your flour until it's. Don't be afraid to add on flour. Just keep on adding flour until it's completely formed. As you can see, it's like a dough consistency, and you can actually play with it. It's like a Play-Doh consistency. So you just want to keep on adding flour until it's into a Play-Doh consistency. Okay, now I'm going to take my dough, and I'm going to take it and roll it into about bite-sized balls, or a little bigger. I'm going to roll it into a ball like this. It's really small. Then you're going to cut that in half and place it on the tray. You want to kind of smoothen it down, because last time when I tested these, I did not do this, and it actually ended up coming up really puff, and it didn't come up as a good bite size. So you want to make it about this size, and you want to make several of them. Try to get an even number too, so you can make so you can make enough s'mores, and you won't have any leftovers. So now I went ahead and I readied our pan filled with so many of these little balls, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in the microwave for 10 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and take all our s'more cake bases and go ahead and place them into the oven. I went ahead and made the fillings. This is an extra one because this is milk chocolate, so you don't have to make 2 different chocolates, but I went ahead and did. But our little cakes are finally ready, and we can go ahead and finally take them out of our oven. Here they are, ready. It's hot. Wow. Here they are. They look so good. And look at that. They also slide right off. And they're all perfect golden brown. And they all look super crunchy and tasty. Now let's go ahead and fill them. So we have a lot of them. I'm going to go ahead and count all of them, obviously. 2, 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill it. So first, what you can actually do is you can make a small hole inside, and you can put it inside and cover it up. But this is what I'm doing. It's just so much simpler, and that's what the recipe I got in the book told me to do. But you also can fill it inside like that as well. So I have dark chocolate. Here I have white chocolate. It's not white chocolate, it's cream, marshmallow cream. It's like white chocolate. In the middle, I'm going to put a spoon of milk chocolate. So I'm putting 3 different chocolates in to make this. These are really big. They're supposed to be bite-sized, but when I make them, they end up being like 3 or 4 bites, or 2 bites. So these are like kind of like macaroons, and yeah, they're like basically a simpler version of macaroons, or they're basically a s'more flavored macaroon kind of. So just go ahead and put on your cream on top of creams and chocolates on top of all of your s'mores, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. and subscribe to my channel.